back to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant, aka Nino Brown. This is Kev, aka G Money. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Pop, pop, pop! Kev, you fell for the okie doke, man.
Never trust a brother named Nino Brown.
You can't do it, y'all.
Or Wesley Snipes.
Oh man, welcome back once again. We got a great show lined up for you today. We're covering the film Maze Runner. This film is rated PG-13, has a runtime of 1 hour and 53 minutes. This is a sci-fi action film. In this movie, we find a young man named Thomas who is dropped into a community of boys with no memory and learns they're trapped in a maze.
This movie was directed by Wes Ball, who is a special effects and visual effects guru. It stars Dylan O'Brien from MTV's Teen Wolf, believe it or not.
Who knew?
Emil Amin, okay. Ki Hong Lee. Patricia Clarkson is in this movie, as well as Will Poulter as Gally. What do you say we take a look at the trailer?
Let's do it.
All right.
Can you tell me anything about yourself? Who you are, where you came from? Can you tell me your name?
I can't remember anything.
Day one, Greenie. Rise and shine.
What is this place? That's the maze. Every morning when those doors open, the runners look for a way out. And no one has ever survived a night in the maze. What happens to them? We call them grievers.
They're gonna keep coming back until they kill us all.
We get out now, or we die trying.
I have not read the book series based on James Dashner's work, Maze Runner, and the sequels that it spawned. But everyone that I know who has read those books raves about them, loves those books. Okay, so I had high hopes as I went into this movie. All right, I wanted something new, I wanted something fresh. Instead, I got a mashup of various young adult fiction, literary, and cinematic tropes like Hunger Games and Divergent, Lord of the Flies sprinkled in for good measure, even a little bit of Peter Pan, and it doesn't always gel the way you want it to.
Kev, you gotta always take things to the extreme. First of all, how could you say you was expecting something new? Anybody could watch this trailer and know this film is in that same vein of kids save the world type movies. I mean, so how you could go in expecting something new, I have no idea.
Okay, so this obviously just basically solidifies the idea that Hollywood basically will just latch on to any idea, any new idea, and just ride it into the ground.
Well, you know that, man. It's all about that mighty dollar, and when they smell blood in the water, they will feast.
Yeah,
make no mistake about
they will.
that. Yeah.
And they feasted well on this one. They feasted well.
But nevertheless, although I knew there was nothing new here, and it's in that same vein, out of that genre of films that we've been getting here lately, this is the best one I've seen by far.
Anthony, are you serious, Ant? This is the best one you've seen so far.
It is.
This movie is not even as good as Catching Fire was.
Oh,
this movie
Kev,
is
you gotta be
questionable
kidding
whether
me,
or not
man.
this movie was any better than, say, Divergent. Those movies pretty much are on the same level as far as I'm concerned.
I can't speak to
These
Divergent,
are not
but
the best movies in the world.
From Ender Games to both Hunger Games, this film was way better by far for all of those. And those movies have come out in the past couple of years. So I don't know what you were watching versus what I was watching, but I mean, and across the board, I mean, from the cast to the how the film was shot, the special effects. I mean, everything about it. I mean, it was smooth. I mean, was it just this big blockbuster blow you away? No, and I wasn't expecting that. But again, for this genre of films that we're getting right now, these kids save the world type movies, it was on point.
There was nothing on point about this movie. It's not without some merit, though. As Ant said, the acting is relatively well done. Wes Ball does a great job with the direction, and as far as the look and feel of the movie, it is going to draw you in from that particular standpoint. It's just the fact is that when you get to the glade, the area that these boys are trapped in, you just feel like there's not really much to do once you get there. Okay, you are doing chores along with the rest of them. Okay, there's really
Pulling
nothing else.
weeds.
You pulling weeds and planting fruits and vegetables. Nothing is really going on. The acting is solid. I think the script was a little clunky at times. Wes Ball definitely knows his way around visual effects, and the visual effects are great, superb.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, it just leaves something to be desired, and they just completely wasted Patricia Clarkson, who is typically a really good actress. I'm used to seeing her more in comedic type roles, but you know, she was okay in this, but not the heavyweight that she should have been.
Yeah, I never heard of her, and she's in it for a hot minute, so that's neither here nor there. Me, I'm just being
A hot
real,
minute.
yo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just being real. But you know, hey, you gonna listen to G Money or you gonna listen to Nino?
They always listen to G Money. You ready to put some points on this, Ant?
Yes, sir. Let's throw some points on this thing.
Okay. Wow. I'll put it this way. I'll definitely be tuning in for the next installment of this series. Maybe not with the sense of bated breath that you will be, okay? But, you know, I will definitely check it out. If we get a little bit more background on some of these characters and where they come from and why they're where they are, so on and so forth, you know, then I think we will have a much better story to tell. The bottom line is that I understand that we're not supposed to know where they come from yet, but the thing is that none of them seem to have any problem being where they are, okay, except for one.
Just rewrite the whole script, kid.
You really
And
should.
then just redo.
You really
just
should.
change the whole story.
Really should, James. I mean, you're a great author, I'm sure, but you know, the adaptation leaves a little bit to be desired.
Hey, me and Kev saw two different movies here. Obviously, for me, this movie was very solid. It was well shot, well directed. Acting was on point. I enjoyed it. I'll definitely be there for the sequel. I mean, I would say, hey, take your whole family to check this out. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a lot of action.
Lots of violence, especially for a teenage movie. But
No,
go
I
ahead.
mean, comparing to Transformers and some other stuff that's come out as of late, it's not that bad.
that's Michael Bay. You gotta expect that from him. Okay,
Oh,
this
man.
is This is based on a young adult novel.
Kev, you spewing so much hate. You didn't even rate the film and throw. What do you rate this movie?
I give this movie a 6 out of 10, and I won't say that I'm struggling to give it that. I think that's what it deserves. It is better than average, but it doesn't really transcend average by very much.
I give this film an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think you will too. Put things in the proper perspective. Kev wants to totally change the whole script, the whole story. This movie was adapted.
It is
Based on
what
a
it
book.
is. It is what it is.
So it is what I mean. There's only going to be a certain level of character development, and those things will,
That's
they
not
will
true.
be in
That's
place.
not
And
true.
we're dealing with kids, so I mean,
We don't know
deep
how
you wanna go?
much. You don't know how much hit the cutting room floor for this thing. In the interest of trying to keep gentlemen like you occupied and interested.
Now you know
But,
what? Look, you know what? Let's do our viewers a favor, because we've given you guys our points. Me and Kev could go back and forth on this thing all night, but we're gonna wrap the show for you, and then we'll talk about this. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Be sure to like us on Facebook. You can find us under the Movie Brothers, and that's others with a
Others.
U.
Or you can follow us at the Movie Brothers via Twitter.
That's right. And be sure to subscribe to this channel. We are the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. And this is the place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Peace. Now, Kev, you got to be crazy, man. Rating this movie like